got a bit of an insight into Ivor's love life there, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah. I am, yes. Yeah. Good evening. My name is Paul Smith. I've always had a little bit of a love-hate relationship with my name. Some people could call it boring. I prefer to say it's popular, but it's one of those names that people just take as being a bit generic. There are some pros to being called Paul Smith. Nobody ever asks you to spell it. But it's not very memorable, is it? And I do live in fear of the designer Paul Smith royally screwing up. And you can't get Twitter names that are just your name, unlike these two guys. You know, it's it doesn't matter when I went to Twitter, already at Paul Smith was gone. It's yeah, thank you. And I bet Ivor's never had the phone call where he says, "Hi, it's Ivor." They say, "Ivor who?" He says, "Ivor Timchuk." They say, "Which one?" "I know 3. Because in the US there is one or fewer Ivor Timchuks. But any boring name can be livened up with a middle name, can't it? Or everybody, and that's mine, Paul Dennis Smith. Ivor, what's your middle name? Oh, there you go. His name so exciting that he didn't even need a middle name. Remarkable. Even celebrities getting on the act though, so my timing's off. So just down. There you go. So who knows what Richard Gere's middle name is?
Susan. Timchak.
It's a good answer, but it's not correct. It's Richard Tiffany Gere. Fantastic. But if you haven't got an exciting middle name, of course, you can always change your name. I don't know if you saw this week or last week in the news, Buzz Lightyear did manage to get the DVLA to issue him a driving licence. So Mr. Lightyear now has... But some people don't even need to change their names to be entertaining. This lovely woman, I'm sure she really struggles to get a date. If your name's Severin Knackers, nobody's going to go on a date with you. And in fact, if you Google funny names, actually what you get is just a long list of second-rate Viz characters. You might not be able to see this, but this is Dr. Shit Fun Chew. She's an undersung scientist. But actually, the Names of the Year award is where you can really find the great names. The current owner is Amanda Miranda Panda. 2010s is my favourite, actually, No J Nimpson. And these are some further ones. Unfortunately, Licentious Beastie was disqualified later on, but Dick Surprise took the award, so that's good. We've come a long way since the first one. In fact, you can vote this year. This is this year's. You can go online and vote for the name of the year. The first round's actually over now, but you can vote for Beavis Mugabe is now playing mighty fine in the second round. But sometimes it's better for actually if you combine them with your profession. So this is the Somerset Urology Department. And there was only ever one job for this guy, wasn't there? A bit of nominative determinism. You might not be able to see that, but I want a lawyer whose name is Sue Yu. And Lord Brain was destined to write on urology, obviously. So some places they have rules to, some countries you can only name certain names. In New Zealand they passed a law, so they managed to reject fish and chips, but approved number 16 bus shelter. In Iceland they've got a completely different naming system, so Bjork's second name, her surname, literally means daughter of Gunbunser, and actually in the UK, we used to have this around the time of the Norman Conquest, which is a great name for an Australian goalkeeper. So this guy played in goal for Australia in 1951 when they played England, Norman Conquest. In fact, so my name, Paul Dennis Smith, is, I'm named after my dad. This is Dennis Smith, when he invented Movember back in the 70s. So yeah, my middle name is Dennis, after my dad, but my first name is Paul. So Paul Shardlow was a goalkeeper for Stoke City. He died 6 months before I was born at the age of 25. And my mum and dad decided if they would have a son, they would call him Paul in his honour. So I'm proud to have the name Paul Dennis Smith. As Marla was saying, my name is my name. Thank you very much.